Alright, what's up everyone? Something a little different. No MTG arena screen in front of us. Want to go over some changes to the arena beta that were announced today. There was a live stream, and I don't know if I would have gotten in trouble for recording over that, so decided to just load up the state of the beta here from the forums. They posted this simultaneously, and basic announcement. Chris Clay, who I guess is the lead developer, or designer on the project, is finally going to do his Ask Me Anything. Don't really care about that. Server downtime, Dominaria, we knew all this. But I wanted to get into some of the interesting stuff about the economy and the changes that they've made. So we're going to scroll down. And, well, this is the first thing where I wasn't quite sure, and I don't think they really talked about this on this stream, at least not the portion that I listened to. But it looks like events. Well, here they have for constructed that events pay out gold and cards, and so you can in theory go infinite, right? If you are doing four or better, you can get your entry fee back and get card rewards on top of it. So I don't know that this is actually that lucrative. 7 wins in Magic, it's a lot more than 7 wins in Hearthstone. But I guess if you're a hardcore free-to-play grinder, you're someone who's streaming 12 hours a day, and that's your thing, this is a way to build your collection, right? This is it right here. I'm a good player. I'm putting in my 500 gold. I'm gonna get between 500 and 1,000 back in some cards on top of it, and just go infinite like that. So that's interesting. Like I honestly thought that the way that they were going to structure this game, it might be like entry to events would cost gems but would pay out in gold, so that you could not get around, or the cost in gold would be much higher than the amount of gold you could win back versus like just paying for gems made it a lot cheaper. So this is interesting. Like I thought, because of the way the game works and because they haven't really announced any cosmetics or any other ways to spend money on the game other than improving your collection, that this type of go infinite mechanic, as you know, even as sparse as it is, I didn't think they would put it in. And similarly for draft, you can see they put the pricing at 500 gold or 750 gems. So this is about $5 a draft, I think, when they put the. Yes, it's exactly $5 a draft. So this is interesting. That oh, did they edit this post? They did. Okay, so you put in gold or gems, but you win gems back. Before, this was like edited in a weird way where it showed you winning both gold and gems, so it looks like they fixed it. So this is a very interesting way that you can convert gold to gems if that's something that you're interested in doing. I'm not exactly sure why that's so valuable, but it's still interesting that you can go infinite here. So you can put in your 750 gems, pay your $5, get back 950, and the break even is around 4.5 wins, but obviously you can't get 4.5. And you get boosters, and you get to keep the cards. So this, again, this is like, wow, this is huge. This is huge for anyone who's a free-to-play player. You can put in your gold, win back enough gems to then play again and go infinite. So again, this really surprises me. Really surprises me that they made this so lucrative. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they pull it back at some point, because obviously one of the biggest, I think, attractions to Magic players once they get into Magic, I mean, certainly established players, but new players will come to really enjoy draft, I think. And I don't know, maybe the break even, maybe the average player is going to be 4 wins or worse. Who knows? But wow, like I am really looking forward to hopefully having time on weekends when they run draft events to check this out and see how easy it is to go infinite. They made a bunch of cool changes to the quest. They finally got rid of the win with this type of deck quest, like win with a blue-white, win with a black-red deck. Those are the ones that, if you've watched any of my morning quest videos, always mulligan them unless because they don't even give you any leniency for running a 3-color deck. And honestly, like the way that the economy works, it's so hard to build a decent deck outside of one or two color combinations that they just become unplayable. And on top of that, they've increased the payout to 500 to 750 gold. So their stated goal with this is that between quests and daily wins, so daily wins no longer give individual card rewards. They'll give you that bump of gold in the first 4 wins, and then they'll continue to give you gold after that. So the idea is that you're going to be opening 1 pack a day if you do all your daily stuff, like 60 to 90 minutes of play. Assuming you can finish your quest and get some wins, you're going to be able to open a pack with the stated goal of players being able to open 10 packs a week. So 1 per day plus the 3 you get for your weekly quest. So that is more than they kind of implied, right? I think back when they made the last economy change, you could only open something like 3.5 packs. Then they implemented for beta testers free packs on Friday because they said, oh, well, the cadence is too slow. So here's 3 more because in our mind, we want you opening 6 packs a week and opening 1 vault a month. So now they're increasing that even further. They're increasing from 6 to 10, which is like a 75-ish% increase, 66% increase. And on top of that, they changed the vault. So the vault now rewards all wild cards, 1 mythic, 2 rares, 3 uncommons. And with the increase in pack opening, and especially with events, you're going to have the ability to win packs and open more stuff. You should be able to open your vault about once every 2 weeks instead of about once a month. So this is great news for, I think, anyone who is looking again to be a free-to-play player. You should be optimistic about the direction that they're taking the economy at this point. It remains to be seen if they'll pull it back as they keep testing this. And lastly, the gem economy. So this is where real money players, and I'll be honest, that includes myself, are going to be able to spend some money to build their collection faster. And here are the pricing tiers on the gem bundles. 750 gems for $4.99, scaling up to 20,000 gems for $9.99. And then here's the pack purchasing pricing. 600 gems for 3 packs, 1,200 gems for 6 packs, plus some wild cards. And that scales up. So the one thing that doesn't scale up is the gems to packs ratio. You're always paying 200 gems per pack. But you are getting, especially in the higher tier bundles, you're getting a good amount of extra wild cards on top of that make it pretty interesting. I mean, it's an interesting way of handling it. Like I said, just giving you bonus packs or making packs cheaper. Like, here's just stuff. Like, it's more flexible. And I can see this being pretty appealing to someone, especially someone who joins the game late, like say a year after release. These are going to be a very strong way to build your collection and build specific decks you want, like 3 mythic wildcards, 6 rare wildcards. The problem is this bundle costs almost $100, and from what I saw, you can't spread this around. So you can buy 90 packs of Ixalan, or 90 packs of Amonkhet, or 90 packs of Dominaria. You can't just mix and match, which is kind of a turnoff to me. But I think this does get to kind of what they're expecting a really committed player to spend, which is about $100 per set, and then your remaining gems can be used for events and stuff like that. Just kind of like a little pocket money while in between sets. I don't know that that's actually that crazy. I mean, that's kind of the pricing tier that they have in Hearthstone, albeit like those sets are smaller and less frequently released, but the limited game, in my opinion, is not nearly as fun. Construct is not nearly as fun. So if we're going to be paying 100 every 2.5 months, I mean, if I was playing an F&M every week, that is definitely going to cost me more than 100 in the long, in that period of time. So it kind of hurts more. It's a big lump sum purchase, but it is kind of reasonable. And the one thing that is interesting is that when you scale up to the 20,000 gem package, it is pricing down your packs to 99 cents each. At the 750 gems level, your 3 packs at 600 gems ends up costing you about $1.30-ish per pack. So you're really getting a lot of value, again, like buying that biggest tier of spending and then investing it in, however you want. So it's interesting. I think they could have taken this another way. And I think they could have scaled like the generosity on this side and made it look like instead of going from 45 to 90, you have it go from like 45 to 100, right? And keep the but make this gem price a little bit higher. Do something different. I'm interested to see how people react to this. I know some of the comments below already are saying like too expensive for me. I won't be spending money, which to me is kind of crazy, but that's just the way these games work, right? Like 90+% of people are not going to ever spend money, and they're going to play and churn out of the game, or play and just commit to being casual. Um, but yeah, that's it. I mean, overall, like this honestly exceeds my expectations for the economy improvements. I really thought that they would just be changing the quest a little bit to get us up to that 6-ish packs per week uh, range, and that people would be rioting. But they pushed it further than that, so I'm very excited. After the downtime tomorrow, I'm not going to do a quest video because I want to wait until after the downtime when I'll have a good quest available, a 500 to 750 gold quest, and do some recording tomorrow or Friday talking about like what spending feels like and opening some packs on in a video, and showing everyone, you know, in real time like how that improves the collection, you know, what options that gives me with my decks. So yeah, if you have any ideas for how I should spend, if I was going to spend say 50 or 100, like what sets I should buy, should I do like 50 in Dominaria, 50 in Ixalan or Hours of Devastation, you know, any ideas on how best to do it? Should I do a bunch of like $25 purchases and slowly increment my collection over a few weeks? I'm not sure. So any ideas, post them below. And, you know, let me know what you think if you're playing, how you like the changes. Are you going to spend money? What are your expectations moving forward? Etc., etc. All right. Thanks, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow. Later.